Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. We're streaming live tonight with a twofold, two for your money. We've got the Megane Trophies Round 7 at Lago Maggiore for the first race, and then a little bit after that we'll have the Super Formula Season 3 Round 7 also at Lago Maggiore. But first we've got to be concentrating on this, the support race for the Super Formulas, the Megane Trophy, which has been a great championship in its own rights. They're using the Group 4 Renault Megane Trophies, and we've had such a humdinger of a season. I'm going to tell you the table and then tell you the grids, and then we can just have a little chit chat in between that and the start of the race, which will be happening at 8 o'clock, which is just 7 minutes away. So the table, as so it stands after round 6. At the top is VRC Talleyrand with 86 points, but Homesick Alien in second place on 84 points, just 2 points adrift, nothing in it between the top two. And then in third we have Digital Blasphemy on 70 points. Guesty is fourth on 68 points. Then we have Catula in fifth on 66 points. Skyjacker sixth on 56 points. Shiren 7th also on 56 points. Jim in 8th on 52 points. Racer Brown in 9th on 51 points. Noxie is 10th on 33 points. JTX 11th on 31 points. Turtle is 12th on 18 points. Alexis Maximus 13th on 15 points. And Pat is 14th on 10 points. And the grid, I think, is a reverse championship order to those that are here. Is Pat on pole with Alexis Maximus in second, but I don't think I've seen him so far this evening. So Turtle will be next up, then JTX if he's here, Noxie, Racer Brown, Jim, Shiren, Skyjacker, then Cthulhu, Guesty, Digital Blasphemy, Homesick Alien, and Talleyrand at the back being the championship leader. He's out there at the moment in his VRC colours, looking absolutely grand. Hoping to pull away from the Alien, who's languishing down there in 7th, probably having a practice start, possibly. Who knows? But let's go through the field before we start the race in 5 minutes time. So there is Talleyrand in the VRC colours of orange, black and white, looking spectacular. We have Jim out there in his Lucky Strike Honda livery. It's the same on his Super Formula and it looks brilliant. Racer Brown, he's gone all Tifosi on us with a Ferrari style livery on his Megane Trophy, and it looks rather splendid, I must say. Then we have Pat out there in the Williams Martini look. It looks nice. He's running the new Williams livery in the Super Formulas, so there is a connection there. Oh, JTX has joined. He is in with us this evening. He couldn't make it last week because of work. Turtle out there, he's in the Dutch colours with lovely stickers on the side there. Lovely stickers to go with a lovely car. Shiren's in the Haas livery, similar to his Super Formula. We have Homesick, he's having a rest at the side, checking out the data, going through the telemetry, making sure everything is tip-top and ship shape. That was a tough one, wasn't it? That could have gone wrong. Ship shape could have gone all sorts of wrongs. Catula out there in a very lively Logitech livery, looking great, holding the flag for the Spaniards, looking to get himself ahead of Skyjacker in the championship table after this race. JTX out there in a Rothmans Renault, and that is looking cracking. And that's the guys on the field. Everyone else is sat in the pits. But Racer Brown, after a short break of last week, went to a Buddha temple, to find his centre, and he's come back and going fastest so far at Lago Maggiore. The host with the most turnaround is asking if everyone is ready. I didn't see Skyjacker. There he is. He's got a similar VRC livery, but in his Racing Monster green. Looks like he's having a practice start. No, he's in reverse. He's probably finding the button that says ready, as I am now. And I will sub that one up now for them to know that us here in YouTube land are ready. In the chat we have Skyjacker saying, "Good evening, Mr. Majig." Well, Mr. Majig, isn't that like an old magician triangle thing? I can't remember what it was called now. Voiced by Paul Daniels, I believe. I'm having a little sip of my warm beverage. Made it a bit earlier tonight, so I think I can get this one out the way before the race starts. Everyone cracking up their R's as we watch the Russian sensation making his way around this track. We should get on board, shouldn't we, for some juicy onboard action, see what we're seeing in this track. He's just coming around the final corner to go across the start line, and it's a very tight left hand first corner that goes straight into a tight right hand, so this is going to be very interesting in the race. You can see them again sliding across the track there, and then it's straight into a right-hander. Then it's a reasonably fast right hand. There he goes, takes it in third, almost full, goes up to fourth mid-corner, heading along, and then it's a kink to the left as we go up the hill. Takes a lot of curb on that one, goes right, it's all full throttle all the way through there, coming up over the hill, and then we're down to a very fast hairpin. It is a hairpin, but you can get through it quite speedily, and we'll see a lot of overtaking in that place, I believe, as he makes his way up the hill again to kink left, barely mentionable. The car doesn't even notice it. Kink right, all full throttle. It's a very fast section of the track here. Then we'll be heavy on the brakes for a double right-hander. Here we go, onto the brakes. There we go. It wasn't too slow, was it? Fourth gear. Into the next right-hander. Then it's, oh, and he just didn't quite make the apex of the left as the timer starts counting down. And we're heading up to the final corner. I don't think we're going to get the whole lap in. 2, 1, and that's the left-hander, which is a tricky corner because it's downhill, so you lose a bit of stability on the car. So Racer Brown saying hello there, Racer Brown. I hope you enjoyed your Buddhist retreat. All right, the warm beverage is gone. That is the grid. Get rid of the big numbers because no one wants to see those. Get all the other information up because I won't be able to talk to you. Wipe the coffee away from my tash and let us crack on. 15 minutes of racing around here. Wasn't a great start from Pat there. He looked like he was a bit slow off the start. Turtle trying to make early moves on him, and he's got JTX up the inside of Turtle as we come into this tight left-hand corner, and Pat's out wide, but he's got the inside line now, and well, it was a great recovery from a bad start for Pat because he's still leading this race. And JTX and Turtle stuck somewhat behind him. Further back, we've got Racer Brown battling it out with Skyjacker, and Noxie is in the mix as well. And it's cracking stuff, but at the moment we've got Pat leading the way from JTX. Turtle's dropped back into third place as they all come over the brow of the hill. These three just a little bit ahead of a Racer Brown, who's got himself ahead of Skyjacker. Catula just behind Skyjacker, and then we've got a whole heap of cars coming into the corner there. Oh my word, 3 wide at the back there from Guesty, Talleyrand and Homesick Alien. Awesome stuff. And meanwhile, Turtle has taken over the lead in that corner. So Turtle now leading from Pat. Racer Brown making his way through the pack. Oh, he's off the track, but he's back on the track. Can he maintain? And he's dropped back behind Skyjacker. Skyjacker's now up into second place. This is absolutely jam-packed with action at the front. Turtle leading the way. Then Skyjacker, Racer Brown in third. Pat's dropped back to fourth. JTX dropped back as well into fifth place. Catula in sixth. No moving from here. And then we've got Digital Blasphemy in seventh, just ahead of Shiren. Shiren and Digital Blasphemy we saw last week having an absolutely humdinger of a fight at the front of the pack, and they've still got a long way to go. Noxie in 10th, behind Homesick Alien, who's now in 9th. And then Talleyrand 11th, Guesty 12th. Jim's having an off. He's having a bit of an off. But Skyjacker's now in the lead. Oh my word, and Racer Brown. So Turtles must have made a huge mistake, because he's handed the lead now to Skyjacker, who is ahead of Racer Brown. They've done one lap so far, and we've had plenty of action. Look at these two battling it out at the front, Skyjacker and Racer Brown. Racer Brown pulling out of the slipstream, to try and make the move as they head down to this corner, but Skyjacker's going to have that inside line, and this one is going to be a humdinger. Can Skyjacker snip that one back? He has. So Skyjacker back in the lead, but it looks like Racer Brown getting a better drive out of the corner, but he's not enough to get back ahead of Skyjacker. And these two are having a humdinger at the front there. Cthulhu already up into third, Turtle in fourth, JTX is in fifth, Pat is holding sixth ahead of Shiren. Homesick Alien now up to 8th, 9th for Noxie, so Digital Blasphemy's dropped back a little bit, and Talleyrand is sitting right behind Digi, with Guesty in 12th and Jim somewhat behind them. But Skyjacker is the man in the lead from Racer Brown. These two pulled away from the rest of the pack. Cthulhu trying to play catch up. They're in third place. And now it looks like Racer Brown's going for the move. He's got that inside line as they come down the straight. They're both trading paint with each other. It looks like Racer Brown wants a little green on his car, and Skyjacker wants a little red on his car. And now Racer Brown taking the lead, but Skyjacker looking up the inside. But no, he just hasn't got the oomph. And there is Cthulhu. He's pulled away from Turtle. Turtle in a strong fourth place ahead of Shiren, the Russian sensation against the Flying Dutchman. Then we've got Pat in sixth, just ahead of Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien wanting to finish a couple of points ahead of Talleyrand to be able to take the championship lead, as they try and circumnavigate Pat. Pat there in sixth, trying to just stay on the racing line and not get too much in the way. And we've got 3 wide in the fast hairpin, and Talleyrand snatches it away from Homesick Alien, sneaks it up the inside of the Alien there, putting Alien back into 7th. Talleyrand now grabs himself 6th, and Guesty also whipping on through. And Pat drops down into 9th place, but Digital Blasphemy looks like he's just about to make a move on the Pat. He's up his inside, and Digital Blasphemy now side by side, and Guesty's on the outside. Could go all wrong there. Pat just didn't know where to go. He turned one way, hit Digital, turned the other way, hit Guesty. He was definitely the salami in that sandwich. Then Noxie in 11th with Guesty dropping back, and Noxie moving forward into 10th, and the action is all over the field. There's nowhere you can look. JTX has dropped right back, with Jim there as well, further back because he had an off. And Racer Brown, he's pulled out 8/10 on Skyjacker. Skyjacker cannot keep that pace that Racer Brown is portraying on track. Then we have Cthulhu, 2.8 seconds behind those, and he's only 1.3 seconds ahead of the Russian. So we have a very incontinental race here with the Spaniard, the Russian, and the Dutchman. Beautiful stuff. Then we've got Talleyrand in 6th, ahead of Homesick Alien. That's not where Homesick Alien needs to be. He wants to be ahead of Talleyrand. Talleyrand just missing that barrier there. Very lucky. Having a little glitch. Oh no, last time we saw Talleyrand having a glitch, we had to restart the race. So we'll have to wait and see and hope he sticks in there all the way. Then Digital Blasphemy there in 8th, ahead of Pat. Noxie in 10th, ahead of Guesty. Guesty's dropped back a little bit there in 11th, and he's got JTX to be thinking about behind him. Only 3/10 for the Flying Finn behind Guesty, and Jim still playing catch up with that early off. But Racer Brown's extended that lead somewhat now, and we're down to nearly 9 minutes of racing. We've got Orion in the chat saying, Pat, let's go. Skyjacker in 2nd, Cthulhu in 3rd place, Shiren 4th, Turtle 5th. And Talleyrand in 6th. No, Talleyrand's just moved ahead of the Turtle, and Homesick Alien following him through, so Turtle down to 7th now. And Homesick Alien's going for a move on Talleyrand. He's got the inside line as they come up to the first corner. It's a very, very tight left corner. Talleyrand's gone out wide to try and get a good drive in, but Homesick Alien's there, and now Talleyrand's on the inside for the right-hander, and Talleyrand maintains that position ahead of the Alien just about, but the Alien will be trying again, I guarantee it. Then we've got Digital Blasphemy, somehow getting past Turtle as well. And then Noxie in 9th, Guesty in 10th, JTX in 11th, Pat's dropped down to 12th, and Pat's had a big one. He's had a tank slapper at the back there, and he's off the track, and Jim will soon have someone to race. Oh dear, Racer Brown then leading the way, 1.6 seconds from Skyjacker. Skyjacker looking slow, but it's out the hairpin, so he should do. Catula's some 2.5 seconds, so no, maybe Skyjacker's had a mistake. He's lost a big chunk of time to Racer Brown ahead of him, and now Catula is closing that gap very swiftly indeed. So Skyjacker may be in trouble from the Spaniards, who is heading his way with great velocity. Shiren in 4th, then we have Talleyrand in 5th, Homesick in 6th, and Digital Blasphemy living it large behind the Alien. We're on board with Digital Blasphemy with a whoosh. So have a look at his helmet. He's still got his Orange Army helmet. Brings him great luck, he says. I remember him changing it from his normal helmet, and he's never gone back. So Digital Blasphemy, he's only 9/10 behind the Alien, and he's hoping the Alien and Talleyrand just ahead of him get into a bit of a battle, and then he can get involved as well. Racer Brown is still leading this race from Skyjacker with Catula in 3rd. We saw Catula catching up with Skyjacker. It's only a second between the two of them. Shiren coming along for the ride, only a second behind Catula. Then Talleyrand closing that gap to the Russian Sensation, 1.6 seconds behind him. Homesick Alien and never more than a second behind Talleyrand. He's keeping it very close eye on the orange and black-white VRC liveried Megane. And he fancies that position because it'll get him closer to the championship lead. Mama Homesick saying evening thingy, and she's also saying come on son, and that is her son, that man there driving the Leyland Renault, and he's getting ever closer to Talleyrand. Very close indeed. Racer Brown still leading with Skyjacker in 2nd, Catula in 3rd. But we are watching the battle for 5th and 6th at the moment. Digital Blasphemy seems to have dropped back from this battle, and he's back in with Turtle behind. And it just looks like Homesick Alien is ready to make that leap. He's in the slipstream coming down the start straight. Let's get on board. Can he get in the inside? No, he's decided to stay out of it. Oh my God, what's that? Is that Catula? Catula's dropped down to 4th. My word, Shiren somehow getting ahead of Catula, and they can see Skyjacker. So the field all closing back up again as Racer Brown just disappears into the distance, and the rest of the field all quite close together. Unbelievable stuff. But on board with Homesick Alien, 4/10 behind Talleyrand. And it looks like an impossible feat. We'll look for the fast hairpin just to see if Homesick Alien can make the move. But it looks he's too far back now to be able to do anything about that VRC car in front of him. Meanwhile, we have Shiren there in 3rd, just ahead of Catula. Catula dropping back behind the Russian Sensation. And we saw, last time we saw those, they were a second apart. So I don't know if Catula made a bit of a mistake, or Shiren just had an accident. Here's Catula making a move up the inside of the Russian, and he's made it stick. Super stuff. Talleyrand trying to do something similar up the inside as well, and the Russian is under fire at the moment. Oh my gosh. He's trying to get back ahead, and he's got Homesick Alien right on his chuff, trying to follow him through, and now Homesick Alien's trying to get that inside line through the final corner. We had Digital Blasphemy there, out wide. He's out really wide. Guesty moving right up into 8th place. Noxie in 9th. We've got JTX in 10th. Turtles dropped down to 11th. Jim has got himself ahead of Pat in 12th, and Racer Brown absolutely demolishing the rest of the field with Skyjacker in 2nd, Catula in 3rd with Talleyrand right there. Shiren in 5th place with Homesick Alien in 6th. Digital Blasphemy had a huge half we just saw, and now he's got Guesty closing down on him, bearing down on him. But the battle is here with Catula. Catula's trying to break the slipstream as they head down to the fast hairpin. And Talleyrand out wide to try and swing it on through up the inside. And it's about getting a good drive, and Talleyrand's got a good drive out of the corner. Talleyrand's got a good drive. He's got the propulsion, and he's going to get through. But there's Catula on the inside, and no, there's nothing Catula can do about it. Defending too much, cut his width down on the corner, and Talleyrand then snatches back that position from Catula. And Catula then sitting right behind Talleyrand with Shiren in 5th and Homesick Alien in 6th place. And we've got a 4-way battle here for the final podium position, and it is good. So Catula wanting to get that position back. Homesick Alien wondering what happened. He was behind VRC Talleyrand. And now he's got 2 cars between him. He's trying to make a move on Shiren. Shiren trying to block. And he does block well, but there is Homesick. He's going to try and late break it up the inside, but there's no room. And Shiren's making a move on Catula now, but Catula's going to have the inside line in this corner. No, he can't quite get up far enough off the Russian. And now the Russian is up into 4th, and Homesick Alien's out really wide and loses a march on the free ahead of him. Oh my gosh. But Racer Brown, meanwhile, nearly 9 seconds ahead of Skyjacker in 2nd. Skyjacker some 2.8 seconds ahead of Talleyrand. We've only got 2.5 minutes left of racing. And can Talleyrand really put the pedal to the metal and catch up with Skyjacker? He's dragging Shiren along with him, who's got Homesick to get ahead of Catula, but Catula's coming up the inside of him in the flying hairpin. And oh my word, it's very close between the Spaniard and the Alien. But Homesick Alien comes out on tops in 5th place with Catula there in 6th. Digital Blasphemy still holding on to that 7th ahead of Guesty in 8th. JTX in 9th place. Noxie very close to JTX though. And Noxie looking to try and get some movement on the go for JTX's position. Turtle back there in 11th. Jim in 12th. Pat in 13th. But Racer Brown, you must say he has done a phenomenal job. He's probably on his penultimate lap now, with Skyjacker just crossing the line. He'll probably get another lap in after this one. It'll be tight though. Talleyrand going across the line there. He's ahead of Shiren in 4th. Homesick Alien in 1st, and 5th. Catula has dropped back into a 6th place. Digital Blasphemy though, not too far behind Catula now. Catula may be in trouble from Digi on the move. He's just done his fastest lap of the race. And Catula doing a 31.0 that last time around. So Catula, don't know if he's having tyre trouble. It is worse than Digital Blasphemy's tyres. Homesick Alien, similar to Catula's. Shiren, he's trying to catch up with Talleyrand, but Talleyrand's flying. He's under threat now from Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien not letting Talleyrand, wanting to let Talleyrand get too far ahead in the championship, with only 2 points dividing them. At the top of the table, Homesick Alien does not want a car in between himself and Talleyrand in this race. Unbelievable stuff. Skyjacker though still 1.6 seconds ahead of Talleyrand. We've only got 30 seconds left of racing, less than 30 seconds now, as Racer Brown comes around the final corner, and he will definitely be doing another lap. But I think we'll have some finishers in this lap. Skyjacker's he's quite a way back, isn't he? So Racer Brown on his own out the front. Skyjacker is touch and go if he's going to get that line. And he doesn't. He's the first. No, he does. He got across. It's Talleyrand who's the first finisher in 3rd. Shiren 4th. Homesick Alien in 5th. Digital Blasphemy 6th. Catula in 7th. So Digi did get Catula in the end. Well done, Digital Blasphemy. Guesty grabbing 8th. Noxie coming around for 9th. He got ahead of JTX. Super stuff from Noxie. Turtle finishing in 11th. Jim gets 12th. And Pat coming around that final corner now to grab himself 13th. And it's a Racer Brown 12 seconds ahead of Skyjacker. And these two really, they're just doing a bit of a parade lap. Talleyrand got the final podium position. Take a boo, my son. Well done. So here comes Racer Brown. Another victory. Another trophy for his cabinet. Super stuff from the super fast Brown as he makes his way around the corners. Up to the final corner now. Comes around. He's also got the fastest lap of the race. And no one could get close to him here at Lago Maggiore. and he did a super job. There you go, Racer Brown, well done. Skyjacker, a super second place, solid for his championship. He's already dropped himself around by missing a race. So come the end of the season, he will be one to watch as he crosses the line. Racer Brown's dropped a race as well. There you go. But it's so that's your top three: Racer Brown, Skyjacker, and Talleyrand. Cracking stuff. Now we'll see a Racer Brown doing a little celebration with his trophy. There it is. He's giving you a show of it. And a great race there from Racer Brown. Right, I will take you to our race results. Oh, Skyjacker said he's missed 2 rounds, so he's out of it. Oh, well, best of the rest, Sky. You never know. And Pat saying, felt better than other races in this car have been, was consistent, but about the best I could doing in this car. Doing in this car. And Skyjack saying, RB was immense. He was. So Racer Brown took the win there in his McGann Trophy 2011. With Skyjacker in second, Talleyrand in third, Shiren fourth, Homesick Alien grabbing fifth. He'll be not happy about Shiren. He's in the way, and that's more points deficits in the table. So Homesick will have to do better next round. Digital Blasphemy in sixth, Cthulhu seventh, Guesty in eighth, Noxie ninth, JTX 10th, Turtle in 11th and Jim in 12th. Racer Brown got the fastest lap on lap 4 with a 1:27.422. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the McGann Trophy round 7. Hit N, not the space bar, says Patrick. Pat, I know, I'm just playing. Do in this car, but he put Don in. So, yes, that was round 7, and that was a humdinger of a race. Full throttle all the way. Racer Brown is an absolute force to be reckoned with. And leaves all the other competitors scratching their heads at some of those lap times that he can manage out of the car. And, yeah, hang around. Make a cup of tea, maybe. And we'll be back with the super formulas in around about 10 minutes, 15 minutes possibly. I want to make a quick warm beverage, try and have a couple of lugs on a tab, and then we will be back on air with those Super Formula Seasons 3 cars. I was your broadcaster and your commentator, Dixon Yamada. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time. Peace and love. Peace and love.